All right, all right. So we live, we live, we live. All right, got it. Cool. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? YouTube, it's your boy GR8JSM. Oh, um, just wanted to hop on live real quick. It's always such a mess back there. So we got like the living room, chairs and TV and all that kind of stuff. And is this coming? Is this coming in good? Or am I picking up audio? Where am I picking up audio from? I don't know if it's coming from the microphone or not. All right, whatever. So, whatever. Nobody's in the chat, so I'm just going to keep going on with the video until somebody hops in. But so we got all of our, living stuff over there. And back in this area, it's just some weights. This is like the rec room. We got our computers and, weights, our gallons of water. It's funny, we drink a lot of water. A lot of people say, well, don't you have any soda or juice or anything? It's like, nah, we just drink a lot of water, like a lot of water. Each of those boxes has 4 gallons. So it's like 16 gallons of water. We usually fill them up once a week. So that is that. Let's see. Boom, boom. Okay. So I wanted to hop on real quick because I was doing my online school stuff. I go to school with Southern New Hampshire University. It's through College for America, which is Southern New Hampshire University's like specialized program for businesses that want to. What's the word I'm looking for? Like businesses that'll pay for college. So I work for the cable company, Xfinity, Comcast, whatever you want to call it. If you don't know what that is, it's like the local coax cable company, similar to like a Spectrum, the old time Warner, Comcast. It's literally one of the biggest cable company in the U.S. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but so one of the so I was doing my online class, and I had came across a phrase. I don't remember what the phrase was, but it reminded me of a podcast that I've been listening to. So I listen to a lot of podcasts on Stitcher, and I'm actually thinking about getting Stitcher Premium because I listen to it so much that I just can't get enough of it. But one of the there we go. One of the podcasts I listen to is, let me turn down the brightness. Maybe that'll make it easier to be able to see. Is by Grumpy Old Geeks. Where's it glare? Okay, Grumpy Old Geeks. Is that coming through? Too much of a glare. So Grumpy Old Geeks, on there, they talk about a lot of security issues, and on almost every podcast I listen to, somebody's talking about Facebook and Instagram and all of the security leaks and people's passwords being stored in plain text and your data being sold off to X, Y, and Z company, and it's a little frustrating. So with that, I decided, let me dig back into my little website. So I do have a website with Wix. It is not paid for yet, so it is still like jazz946.wixsite.com/greatjazzmo. Eventually I'll go ahead and stop being cheap and I'll go ahead and pay for it, and it'll be just greatjazzmo.com, GREJSMO.com. But until then, it's still just the free version, and I was updating it, and I started to talk to my daughter about like social media. So I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, I have a Tumblr. I just signed up with Reddit. I got the YouTube, and I got all these different sites, and none of them are as secure as I think that they should be. A company shouldn't be able to benefit off of my my data, and because all these sites are free, they profit off of my data, and they profit off of yours as well. But the question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to take our own data back into our own hands? Are we going to take our lives back into our own hands? Are we going to be, owners of our lives, or are we going to continue to rent and lease our lives? My phone, right? I did the payment plans, and it's all paid off now. It's slow. And I thought about it. I said, I want to buy a new phone, but I don't have the money to buy a whole new phone. And then I started looking at mid-range, and like the mid-range, areas between, I'm gonna say $300 to $500. And in that landscape, there are a lot of phones that I could afford. So now I'm starting to look at the budget, because I got 3 people I got to buy for, me, my wife, my daughter. I was like, 300 and under would, be considered budget phone territory. And there are a lot of phones out there. But I say all that because we need to start thinking about ownership. We lease way too much. Think about this, right? If you have Adobe Premiere, years ago, you could actually buy the Adobe, suite. You could buy the Microsoft suite. You could buy these things. And today you can't, because everything is a payment plan. Everything is leased. We don't own movies anymore. We all watch, like the streaming networks and things like that. And we don't own anything. Most people, with their homes, they don't even own their home. They're renting a home instead of buying it. And I think that we need to get back to ownership. So with this website thing, and I'm not like promoting Wix, but this is just the one that I used because it was nice and easy and it was quick. Wix.com, set up your own website. If you do decide to set up a website, drop it down in the link below. I'll go check it out. And like on my site, you can create a membership, so you'd be a member. You can add to the blog posts. You can share certain content that I post. But I want to get to a point where instead of having a Facebook, I have my own website. Instead of having an Instagram or YouTube, I just post everything to my website. And if I decide to share it from there, then I will. But if I don't, then I don't. I also have a Patreon page. Everything from YouTube gets sent over to Patreon, so forth and so on. I've been trying to kind of pick and piece, where I want different things to go, but it's rough. It's rough. And, when you only have a small audience, like I do, I just hit 350. So I'm really proud of that. But when you have a small audience, it's a lot easier, to reach out and connect with those people as opposed to some of these larger groups that have, millions and millions of followers. So let me know what you guys think about, this security move. Let me know what you think about, setting up your own website. And if that's something you're going to do, make sure you drop it down below. This is your boy, GR8JASM. Oh, and I'm That's the end of the live stream. Hey, look at that. Nobody joined.